The 2022 Columbia Classic ends here. The Claim Jumpers hosting the Folsom Lake Falcons for the final game. Columbia won yesterday. Folsom Lake lost by 3. And now matching up today to end the 2022 Columbia Classic right here from the Oak Pavilion. Welcome to the Minners Tree Company pregame show. I'm Levi Flores, and today the Columbia College Claim Jumpers come in off a 3-game winning streak. They beat Consumnes Rivers, Modesto. American River actually make that 4 games now after beating Lassen yesterday. 74-62 was the final score of that. And Marcus Sales II was the leading scorer with 26 points. Right behind him was Daniel Rico with 13. Keyshawn Hall had 7 and Ariane Harris had 5, but those 5 points came late in the game. And talking to Coach Rob Hoyt before in the pregame, he said, well, Ariane Harris wasn't the best offensively in this game, but defensively, making the moves and getting people open is what he is best at, and he definitely showed that. So don't be fazed by only 5 points. He did a lot more work on the court than just 5 points. In the reserves, there was only 3 scorers that came into the game and scored. That was Brendan White, Kai Jordan, and Parker Tuttle. But they did a good job moving that ball, getting everyone an opportunity to score and get open, and that's just part of the Columbia offense. They don't worry about one player that's just above the rest. Whoever is open and can score the ball is going to have a chance to score the ball. On the other side, Folsom Lake, it was basically ran by number 23, Dane Johnson, who had 18 points. He had 3 fouls in it, but he also had 6 blocks. He averages 4.5 blocks per game, and he added 6 there yesterday against West Hills Coalinga. So Columbia has to be careful when they drive inside, make sure Dane Johnson doesn't use those lengthy arms to get those blocks and stop the ball. Also with them, Tayand Andalacio had 8 points. Donovan Cloakley had 16, but he also made 4 3-pointers. None of the other starters for Folsom Lake dropped down any threes. It was just Coakley who was 4 of 6. On the bench, though, they were 5 of 9 as well. So they had a high 3-point percentage, even better than just basic field goal percentage. They were 56 from 3, 46 from the field. Folsom Lake comes into this with 67 points per game. Columbia 78, and Columbia, that number 13 ranked team in the state of California. Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy. This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community.
California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer, Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
1 minute until tip-off, and Columbia at home trying to keep their home game winning streak alive. It's the Minter's Tree Company pregame show. I'm Levi Flores, live from the Oak Pavilion, and we have a good one set for us. Yesterday, Folsom Lake took a devastating loss to West Hills Coalinga only by 3 points, and Folsom Lake had the lead only twice in that game yesterday. One came late in the second half, 5 minutes to play, and then with 2 minutes left, they retook it by 1. But West Hills Coalinga led the entire time despite the very, very close game. At the end of the first half for that, it was a 4-point difference in favor of West Hills Coalinga, 38-34. But Folsom Lake outscored West Hills Coalinga by 1 in the second, 37-36. But it just ended that way, 74-71. And Folsom Lake tries to take over the Oak Pavilion and force Columbia their second loss of the season. Will that happen? I guess we'll find out here as the Claim Jumpers, their starting 5 yesterday was Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Caleb Chang, Daniel Rico, and Marcus Sales II. It looks like they're going to stay with those 5 today. Daniel Rico played his first home game at the Oak Pavilion yesterday. He didn't play in the game against American River due to injury, but he is back now for the Columbia Classic. Folsom Lake, they started Tand Andalacio, Donovan Coakley, Michael Javon Robinson, Alan Davis Jr., and Keandre Burns. Dane Johnson is going to be that big factor, though. He was 4 of 7 from the free throw line, averages 11 free throws per game, and he was 50% from the field on 7 of 14 attempts. He had 5 offensive rebounds, 10 defensively. Just a fantastic stat line all the way across. 18 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Imagine that. Columbia has to be careful when they're around big number 23, Dane Johnson. But Folsom Lake, they are 1 of 4 on the season now, and they are 5th in blocks per game, obviously thanks to Dane Johnson. As the 5 gets ready to start and come out on the court, another player to pay attention to is Caleb Chang, number 4 for Columbia, one of the top 3-point shooters. Yesterday, he was only held to 9 points. 3 of those, actually all 9 of those came from the 3-point line, but 2 of them came early and was closed off for the most of the rest of the game. But depending on how Folsom Lake comes out, we're going to see how the offense works of Columbia. Looks like Dane Johnson starting again today. Talking to Coach Hoyt earlier, he did mention Dane Johnson as part of their offensive and defensive strategy, and that's on the Columbia side, of course. He says we need to not allow Dane Johnson to get easy shots. We need to challenge him on everything. If he makes challenging shots, that is just fine as long as we're challenging the entire time, and don't allow him to go to the free throw line because he is a high percentage free throw shooter. Coach Hoyt also says, I don't believe in rising to the occasion. You have to be used to what you're doing because you're going to result back to your training. And it's a very intensive program that Coach Hoyt runs here at Columbia. So the harder you train, the more you get used to that schedule. That's what you're going to fall back on during play. Columbia starts off with this, but loses it as a pass goes too high for Marcus Sales II, and this is the first offensive play for Folsom Lake. It's Tand Undialcio. Coakley finds a man low, but Marcus Sale regains control for the Claim Jumpers. You give one up, you take one back, and that's the way it works. Chang wrapping around. Trying to find his way to the hoop, turns around, floats up, and gets a good bounce. Caleb Chang with the first points in the game. The past 2 games, Caleb Chang has started his point scoring from the three-point line, but today changing that up, getting inside as he's pushed here with a foul on Indy Alcio. There's the first basket from Caleb Chang. Yesterday, Tand Indy Alcio, 8 points, 2 turnovers, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound, and only 1 foul. He is a great key to this game for Folsom Lake, despite having some lower numbers. Caleb Chang misses the first free throw, but Tand Indy Alcio needs to be out there for Folsom Lake to make that big difference at the point guard position. Chang goes 1 of 2 on his first trip to the line. And that full court press from Columbia. Deep pass, Coakley against Marcus Sales. Sales goes straight up and down. Good defensive stance by the claim jumpers, but Coakley goes up and over for 2. The first game of the day at the Columbia Classic, West Hills Coalinga defeated Lassen 68-50, which is one of the best games West Hills Coalinga has had all season. It's one of those teams that we'll see Columbia play later on twice in the season, as they are both in the Central Valley Conference. 3 from Coakley won't go. Chang gets the rebound, but Coakley, he did hit 4 of 6 from 3 yesterday. Keyshawn Hall driving, left-hand scoop won't go. Hall hits the deck, and we have more free throws. Here's the play from Keyshawn Hall, the crossover, beat the defender. He was forced to foul. Keyshawn Hall has to earn his points from the free throw line. Second time Columbia has been to the line within the first 2 minutes. Caleb Chang was first, and Keyshawn Hall is second. He was 2 of 3 yesterday from the free throw line. And 2 of 2 to start this one. Keyshawn Hall on the season is 67% from the charity stripe. Heavy defensive pressure from Columbia, all 94 feet of the court. Folsom Lake breaking it, but then giving it away as we have a backcourt violation on Coakley. Folsom Lake just gives that one up. Columbia's 33rd in the state for steals per game at 8.3. Chang trying to penetrate, leaves a few men outside, but then taken away by number 10, Philip Polizacco. And his pass through traffic gets swallowed up by Daniel Rico. Keyshawn Hall finds Caleb Chang for 3, and he's got it to go. 8-2, Caleb Chang with his first 3 of the game, and we could always expect more from the sophomore player out of Golden Valley. Here's Tayan. Tayan slips, hits the deck. Columbia was calling for a foul, or excuse me, a travel. Chang set up again and gives it back up. Hall back underneath, off the side of the backboard. Sales nearly able to get that offensive rebound. But here goes Folsom Lake on a 1-against-3. Drives straight through Chang and Rico. And laying up is Michael Javon Robinson. Robinson had 6 points yesterday, 4 assists and 5 rebounds. Marcus Sales caught behind Dane Johnson, and Johnson gets away with an easy steal. Dane Johnson, top of the arc. Johnson back down low against Keyshawn Hall, a mismatch, and he goes short on his 8-foot floater. Very rare to see Dane Johnson miss a shot like that against a 6-foot point guard. And another pass to Marcus Sales, tipped away. Folsom Lake have done their research on Marcus Sales, who yesterday had a big game of 26-14. 26 points, 14 rebounds. Whole new 5 for Columbia entering, and it's Parker Tuttle putting up the first shot from the corner. That goes short. He didn't have the best shooting game yesterday, but he did stay after the games, get a little bit more practice, and an offensive foul there for Michael Javon Robinson. He will pick up his first on a charge. Brendan White slipped underneath baseline, held his feet, got there in time, and the body bump will go in favor of Columbia. Here's Kai Jordan. Nunez. Flung across to Parker Tuttle, and Robinson got a hand on that and sent it out of bounds. They will send Nunez to the sideline for the inbound pass. Jordan driving against Johnson. Got pushed to the ground, no foul, and Folsom Lake will have this one. Columbia trying to force that turnover, get the ball back after the failed possession, but a Hail Mary pass slips out of the hands of Philip Polizacco. That's the third time Folsom Lake has had a chance to take over on a fast break drive, but an issue from QB to receiver. Johnson backing down Worthy. Shot still won't go. Johnson having a hard time inside the paint, where usually he's the dominating force behind the offense of the Falcons. 5 minutes in and an 8-4 score. Columbia on top, and the foul to Polizacco, his first. 4 fouls on Folsom Lake and none on Columbia. And here's the rejection to Dane Johnson, his first block of the game, and you can expect many more. "20 seconds to shoot for Columbia, and the entire sideline calling out the play for the Columbia offense. Handoff, Tuttle, triple, no. Defense gets back for Columbia this time. Tand on the opposite wing, wide open. Coakley will go baseline with a mid-range jumper and float that one through, and back within 2. Nunez finds Tuttle. Back over top, Tuttle swipes around across to Jordan Worthy, blocked from behind. Keandre Burns among 3 Folsom Lake defenders, swiping down and batting it away from Jordan Worthy. Foul underneath on Kai Jordan. That's going to be the first foul on him and the first foul against Columbia in general. As this from Coakley a minute ago from the baseline. Got away from Nunez and made himself open. Then here's the rejection. You see 42 came from behind, batted through the hands. Now that sets up some free throws for number 11, Michael Javon Robinson. Little noise from the claim jumper. Fans don't phase Robinson as Arion Harris will come in for the claim jumpers. Harris goes straight to the corner. Tuttle on the other end. Jordan Worthy down low off the low block. And it's Jordan and Nunez controlling as the guards. Tie game 8-8 after those 2 free throws. It's Tuttle looking at another 3, step back, but moves it around instead after his first few failed to go through. Nunez with 5 to shoot, driving baseline, wraps around the reverse, and a little bit too much muscle as it goes off strong side towards Folsom Lake. Marcus Sales getting ready to come back in for Columbia. Have a little more force down low on both sides of the court. Tay with 7 to shoot. And an offensive foul. As Marcus Sales comes in. So does Caleb Chang. Little confusion defensively for Folsom Lake. Looks like they got set just in time before Arion Harris can make a move. Tuttle has a heel caught on the sideline and a turnover for the Claim Jumpers. A slow start to this one. Couldn't quite catch it there, but official saw that heel touch the paint. Folsom Lake breaks the full court press 2 seconds before the turnover. Shot from Tay won't go. Marcus Sales rebound and a foul on number 14, Allen Davis Jr. That is the 5th foul on Folsom Lake. Only 16 points scored through 7.5 minutes. Low scoring for both sides. Sales hands off to Chang on the wraparound. Back out, Tuttle, deep 3 ball. Still won't go. Gets his own rebound, bats it out to Harris. Shot clock did reset at 30. Sales up and over the top of Allen Davis Jr. and got 2 points. It's his first basket of the game. Tay will force a timeout from the sideline as he got trapped by Kai Jordan and Arion Harris. Columbia leads by 2, 8 minutes into the first half.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Folsom Lake was caught in the full court press, trapped in the corner. That was Tay, who was trapped by a couple of Claim Jumpers. They called the timeout to avoid the turnover. Here goes Folsom Lake out of the timeout. They have 10 to shoot. A lot of communication from the bench, which is good to see. Keyshawn Hall out of bounds as he stripped it away. It'll stay Folsom Lake ball, but no possession. So there's only 3 seconds for the Falcons to shoot. This is great communication from the sideline for Folsom Lake. We saw a few turnovers off shot clock violations in the first game of the day, and that one failed to hit the rim on the shot from Frankie Muhammad. So that's a turnover, and Columbia gets it here up by 2. It's Rico, Chang, Sales, Harris, and Keyshawn Hall. The starting 5 back out for Columbia. Sales getting bumped underneath, trying to do his work, and he never gives up. And that's why he's one of the best, and he'll go to the free throw line after the foul. If you challenge Marcus Sales, you'll learn very quickly that he's not going to give up. He's going to do everything and give everything he's got to back you back down. Make the shot inside, or at least pick up a foul to earn some points from the free throw line, although he does miss the first. Sales will go 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and still very low scoring in this first half so far. Pass up court, 3-on-2 for a second, but didn't look at the rest of the court in time. Baseline drive over Sales. Looked like that was tipped. Daniel Rico swiping down at the arm of Davis Jr. Couldn't make the stop. It's 11-10, and Davis Jr. gets his first points. Rico, 3, good! Splashes through, throws the dart, gets the bullseye. And Daniel Rico getting up on the board with 3. Few options for Folsom Lake. Point guard has to decide. That's Jordan Hess. He had 3 3-pointers yesterday on 5 attempts. 7 to shoot for the Falcons. Up top, dribble drive inside, poked out by Sales. Kept it alive, throws it right into the hands of Ariane Harris, and here goes Caleb Chang. 2 steps in and a nice lay. Beautiful play by the Claim Jumpers, and the Falcons want to talk again as the Claim Jumpers have gone on a 5-point streak, 16-10 with 10.5 to play in the first.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Miners Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
Columbia, after a 5-0 point scoring streak, Folsom Lake called the timeout. Now Columbia's full court D trying to stay up with the offensive pressure of Folsom Lake. Sales goes straight up and down and forces the stop on Davis Jr. It's another great defensive stance by the Claim Jumpers. Timing that perfectly on the low block. Here's Sales again. Challenged by number 42, Keandre Burns, but this time Burns able to make the stop on Sales. Davis Jr. high up off the backboard, drops down for 2. Starting 5 out for Columbia. Rico pumps, give to Marcus. Sales underneath, an easy lay for him. Burns didn't try anything special, and Sales took advantage. Sales now with 5 of the team's 18. And Rico is called pushing on the sideline against Jordan Hess. But here's that shot from Marcus Sales. Burns backing down. He's caught underneath the rim. Sales made the separation. Rico called on that last foul. It's Davis Jr. against Harris. Harris forces him outside, and the miss from 12. Caleb Chang, the leading scorer currently with 8 points. We haven't seen a lot from Dane Johnson either, who still remains on the sideline. Harris puts it up, and a tough shot for Ariane Harris. First basket of the day, and yesterday he didn't score until the final 5 minutes in the entirety of the game. But Coach Hoyt gave him a lot of props on just his style of play yesterday, defensively and offensively, making his teammates open. Jordan Hess, 3 won't go. Columbia starting to pull away here, mostly with defensive stops. Harris, the drive, 1-on-3, fouled, but the shot won't drop. And Harris, the sophomore guard, will be shooting 2. You see him driving in there, that arm on the hip, pushing him away from the basket. 12 points per game for Ariane Harris, 74% from the free throw line, and averages 5 free throws per game, missing that first one. Harris will go 0 of 2 at the free throw line this time. A rare scene for the sophomore. Columbia already in the bonus. 7 fouls on Folsom Lake, only 2 on Columbia. The wraparound for Tyson Hazel. Dane Johnson back in for the Falcons. 3 to shoot for Folsom Lake. They kick it out, still move the ball, and the block by Daniel Rico. The rejection, and there is no possession for Columbia, which means it is claim jumper ball. Daniel Rico putting the hand up, making a phenomenal stop. Couldn't get more surface area on that block for Daniel Rico. Chang, deep 3 ball, goes off right side. And Harris hit the baseline, trying to keep it alive for Columbia. Fling up court, right to Daniel Rico. It's another turnover for Folsom Lake. Daniel Rico picks up the dribble. Up top, Ariane Harris. Rico drives left with the left hand, blocked by Burns. 2-on-2, slowing up is Tyson Hazel. Dane Johnson, he still remains scoreless. Up and over, Worthy, short and over the back on Johnson, which will be his first foul in Columbia. Doing the game plan and executing perfectly. Coach Hoyt said no easy shots, challenge everything, and don't allow him to go to the free throw line. And so far, he hasn't been to the free throw line. He picked up his first foul, and he's still at 0 on the scoreboard. With that, Columbia in the bonus with 7 to play, and free throws coming for Jordan Worthy. It's a 1-and-1 for the freshman forward. Pass to Johnson, driving the lane. He lost it, and it will be Folsom Lake ball. Pass deflected by Kai Jordan. Nunez saves it. Here is Jordan down the lane, and a nice, easy right hand off the backboard. 22-12, the largest lead of the game. Dane Johnson, blocked from behind. Parker Tuttle, the rejection. And Dane Johnson still remains scoreless as Parker Tuttle comes flying from behind like Superman. What a block by Parker Tuttle. Slapping that through. Dane Johnson got Worthy off his feet. But Tuttle, the savior, on the low block. Johnson forced to kick out again, being stopped every which way. The 3 from Coakley, that goes through. And Coakley has 7 in the first half. Rico, 3. No. Worthy tips it up, and he is the last to touch. Tayand comes in. Burns goes out. And also coming in is Philip Polizzacco for Folsom Lake. All 10 players on the offensive side for Columbia. You would think that Folsom Lake is trying to score on their own basket the way that this setup is reaching currently. Nunez made that last stop. And into Polizzacco. Tayand against Nunez. Gives up corner to Coakley. Coakley, baseline, 1-on-2. Floats it high up. lost sight of the basket, had to just throw it up. More great defense for Columbia, keeping this Folsom Lake team to only 15. And an offensive foul. I think that goes on Parker Tuttle, and it does. I'm going to say he extended the forearm out. Tan gets past half court, drives straight to the rack, pass underneath to Dane Johnson, and taken away again by Daniel Rico. Turnover after turnover for Folsom Lake, and here's Nunez, 3-ball, no good. Failed possession by both teams back-to-back. Rico, another steal. He drives, he gets to Tuttle, and Tuttle with an easy lay, 24-15 with 5 to play in the first, and that's Tuttle's first points of the game. Johnson at the elbow. On the outside, trying to back down Worthy. Worthy goes straight up and down. Shot won't go again. Johnson being held to 0 through 15 minutes. Tuttle gets the defense off his feet, throws up the 3, and still rattles out. Parker Tuttle through the past 2 games. Not looking great from three-point land, but he is getting open looks. Coakley on the wing against Nunez. Ten to shoot for the Falcons. 16-footer Worthy put a hand up, but a little too late as Michael Javon Robinson puts it down for 6 points. 24-17. Kai Jordan wrapping around Coakley, puts it up with a foul. And that's 2 free throws for Kai Jordan, the freshman guard. Caleb Chang will get ready to re-enter along with Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Marcus Sales, and Brendan White. So a whole new 5 will come in the next moment for Columbia. And here's the foul as Kai Jordan, he was driving in. Trying to poke that ball out, couldn't do so. Now Keyshawn Hall comes in for Kai Jordan and a 9-point lead for Columbia. Brendan White on the ground. He's going against Dane Johnson. Got a little bump. Hit the deck. Here's Tan. Coakley, corner. A little too late on the pass. Ariane Harris finds them. Bumps into Brendan White. White hits the deck again for the second time in one possession. Dane Johnson going against Sales. Forced to give up. Coakley, 3. Good! And a whistle on the baseline. They might have to talk about something here. They give the points to Coakley for the time being. And he'll be the first scorer in double digits for Folsom Lake. Half the team's points in total. Couldn't necessarily see anything on the replay there. And I believe they're going to call a flop on Brendan White right before that play. So Brendan White gets a flopping violation on that. And now they're going to call a technical foul on Coach Rob Hoyt. In the previous game here at the Classic, we saw what should have been a clear flopping violation, but no whistle was blown. And here against the Claim Jumpers, Brendan White gets a shoulder into the chest, and he gets called for flopping. And now the technical foul on Coach Hoyt will add another free throw for Coakley. Coakley will go 3 of 3 from the free throw line with the flopping violation, the technical foul, and he hit the 3 right before that, giving him 13 points. Over half of the points for Folsom Lake, and Coach Hoyt still talking to the officials on the sideline. I don't think we have a replay of it, but Brendan White got nailed in the chest, which led to 6 straight points for Folsom Lake on an untimed clock. Officials having a conference still. And they're going to say it's Folsom Lake ball because Coach Hoyt got the technical call, which means they had the free throws and they get the ball despite Columbia allowing the Coakley 3, which was at the end. 3.5 to play in the first. And now Columbia only up by 3 after a 6-point swing. Here's a steal by Keyshawn Hall, and he's fouled from behind. There's nothing that fires up a team more than a technical foul. And Keyshawn Hall off the inbound pass is fouled by Philip Polizzacco, who earns his 3rd without scoring any. Keyshawn Hall nails the first. And gets his second. 28-23. Claim jumpers not failing Coach Hoyt after he's arguing for his team. Tayand and Dalacio. Here's the wraparound by Dane Johnson. Blocked from behind. Marcus Sales, another rejection. Dane Johnson has been blocked more times today than he's had a chance to block others, and he is the leading shot blocker in the state. Keyshawn Hall underneath. And he's stopped by Dane Johnson. Tayan straight to the rack. Arion Harris the block. Denied. Keyshawn Hall to Harris. Finds Chang. Chang 3. No. A beautiful momentum shift in the game in favor of Columbia. Coakley 3. Battles its way out, and Chang will get the rebound for Columbia. Brendan White straight down, going against Polizzacco. He won't connect. Underneath, Dane Johnson finally scoring against Marcus Sales, who led him right by. It's the first points for Dane Johnson in this contest. 18 minutes, Columbia has stopped anything from Dane Johnson. Have to be proud of the post players blocking, denying, stealing everything that has come Dane Johnson's way. And Johnson picks up another foul here. That'll be his second. 2 free throws for Brendan White. And here's the denial by Marcus Sales from behind, swiping that away. Dane Johnson has long arms, but Marcus Sales flying in, popping that out, And then here's the other one. Arion Harris extending that right arm, allowing Tay to go by his side and not swipe down at the arms and just get full contact with the ball. Daniel Rico will come back in for the shooter, and Davis Jr. comes in along with Hess and Burns for Folsom Lake. And Johnson exiting the game for Folsom Lake, and he's kind of frustrated. He has to come out of the game. White goes 0 of 2, and Harris picks up the steal. The tag team, it's back again, and here's Brennan White. Burns off his feet, Chang pumps, give back out. Harris to Brennan White, driving at the rack, one-on-one, and just misses the jam as Robinson put a little pressure on him. The reverse from Coakley, an easy deuce in a 1-point game. Coakley, 15 of the team's 27. And the Claim Jumpers, they're up by 1 and a minute to play. Sales backing down against Burns, floats up, back iron, and last touched by the Folsom Lake Falcons. Daniel Rico will now come in for Brennan White. Chang to Rico in the paint. Rico gets the defense up, and Rico puts it down. Deep pass. Rico couldn't get his hand on that. Sales in the low block. That'll be last touched by Sales as it just slipped out and goes baseline. 13 seconds differentiate the shot and game clock, and here's Rico on the other end. A beautiful pump fake. Davis Jr. biting on it. Rico will make that every time. Dane Johnson back in. He got his first score the last time he was in 2 minutes ago. Robinson on the wing. Sales almost had the steal, but let it go out of bounds. Jordan Hess, screen high from Dane Johnson. Caleb Chang, the poke out, goes up, but an easy deuce for Caleb Chang. He usually scores on the outside, but today driving in, not afraid of the contact, and he has 10 points in the first half. Deep pass coming from behind as Daniel Rico decides not to contest. And with 10 seconds, Columbia will hold for the final shot. Keyshawn Hall. Up top, 3 on the way, rattles its way out, and at the end of the first 20, the Claim Jumpers have held on to a 3-point lead. It's 32-29, and another close contest for the Claim Jumpers in the 2022 Columbia Classic.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing. Chicken Ranch Casino. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual. Increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks. Guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
grab a rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Ab Locker. For anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standards and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab Locker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab Locker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get out to a good start.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
From grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Ab Locker. For anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab Locker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab Locker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Final game of the 2022 Columbia Classic. It's the Claim Jumpers and the Folsom Lake Falcons. A 3-point difference at the end of the first 20, and Coach Hoyt in that first half got a technical for arguing a flopping violation that was placed on one of his players, Brendan White, earlier on in the game. I apologize, we don't have that replay for you, but Coach Hoyt didn't agree, the entire bench didn't agree, and even at the half I learned that the Folsom Lake coach didn't agree with the call either. Shoulder was dipped down into the player, there was the contact, got him off his feet because he was trying to draw that charge, but in the end, that's what they called, and Coach Hoyt arguing it, referees not backing down, and eventually giving him the tech for that. Through the first half, we saw a lot of great basketball, mostly defensive, a lot of blocks coming from the Claim Jumpers, a lot of defensive stops, and they've held Dane Johnson to only 2 points, and he also has 2 fouls. Dane Johnson yesterday in his game had 18 points against West Hills Coalinga, but couldn't lead his team to a win. It was a loss by 3 points. But right now, Dane Johnson only 2 points. Columbia's defense looking very, very strong in that. Along with the Folsom Lake Falcons, 2 points from Dane Johnson, they have Donovan Coakley, who's their leading scorer by a lot. 13 points, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He also has 2 3-pointers made. Philip Pelizacco has 3 fouls, but no points. Michael Javon Robinson, 6 points, and 2 of those came from the free throw line. Alan Davis Jr., 6 points. And Keandre Burns, who's that secondary post player instead of Dane Johnson, he has 2 fouls. So the post play for the Falcons has been stopped every single chance they get down there off the block. For Columbia so far, another great spread of the ball. This game has been great offensively for them as Dane Johnson gives this up. And Tay looking for a foul, not going to get it after the steal from Columbia. Keyshawn Hall has 4 points in this, all coming from the free throw line. Arion Harris had 1 good look at the basket. He has 2 points. Caleb Chang, the leading scorer, with 10. Only 1 3-pointer. He averages 4 made threes per game, and he's going to get one here for his second 3 of the game. That will make it 13 points now for one of the top shooters in the state. Kai Jordan has 4 points, 2 coming from the free throw line. Brendan White had a chance at the stripe as well, but couldn't connect on his 2 attempts. Rico has 5, Sales has 5, and Parker Tuttle added a 2 as well. Here's a 3 for the Falcons. Rico lets him shoot. Gave him plenty of space, plenty of time. And missed a wide open shot. Here's Harris in the corner. His 3 is good. 2 of 2 from 3-point land to start the second half for the Claim Jumpers. They're back up by 9 after only leading by 3 less than a minute ago. Harris pokes this one, goes out of bounds, hits an innocent bystander, and this will be Folsom Lake ball. It's this one, Arion Harris. Coakley said, "You can't shoot," and he said, "Yes, I can." Gets in just in time. Dane Johnson flying up, And too strong on that, floating across. He hit the deck hoping for a foul. Here goes Keyshawn Hall. Controls, goes to Harris. Harris down underneath. Marcus Sales, 1-on-3. Backing down Tay and the push from behind. An easy call and a little barking inside the paint between Sales and Indelecio. It's an obvious mismatch. And Tay Indelecio there, pushing with both hands from behind. From what we saw in that first half with the possible flopping violation, officials might need to be a little closer with their attention on plays like that. Caleb Chang in the corner, got a three on Tay. That one goes up and over, and another push underneath. But this one goes on the claim jumpers, Marcus Sales. That's only his first foul. A few extra stats from that first half. Folsom Lake was 2 of 3, or excuse me, they had 2 3-pointers in the first half, and they were 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And for Columbia, they also had 2 3-pointers, 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Of course, you're going to miss some the more you go to that charity stripe. They only had 4 fouls as well, keeping it low. And there is Ariane Harris, another block. That's the second of the game for Harris. Rico gets the ball here. Keyshawn goes into the corner. Sales hands to Chang against Tay. They give up. Hall straight down, kick out. Harris open for 3. Bounce won't go. Sales keeps it up, trying to find Harris underneath. Rico cleans up, but the bounce won't go either. Shot after shot. Chang for 3. Good! Caleb Chang knocks it down, and Folsom Lake coaches doing the dance on the sideline, calling for the timeout. And they're still calling for timeout. Finally get it, of course, right as Coakley puts it down, but that shot won't count, and that takes us to a break. With 41-29, the Claim Jumpers have taken over the second half. We'll be back in 1 minute.
All the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off.
Folsom Lake Falcons coaching staff calling a timeout for quite a while there. And finally, when the referees decided to blow the whistle and give him the timeout, Coakley had a wide open layup. He made it, but unfortunately that timeout nullified it. So the Falcons will have to take their chance at the rack again. Here's Coakley on the outside. They're down by 12 after a phenomenal second half start to the Claim Jumpers. And they force another turnover. Second half very sloppy for the Falcons. Columbia on both sides. Stop after stop, shot after shot. And it's not just every shot, it's open shots. They're finding their way open, getting an open player and taking high percentage looks at the basket. Sales against Johnson. Harris drives baseline, a little push to the body of Michael Javon Robinson. He plays out, goes to the hoop, little spin, and the tip from Johnson goes out to Philip Polizzaco. Tay. Too far away from the hoop. Sales pokes it out to Chang. Rico, quick into the corner. He's wide open. No one's on him. Rico will set up for 3. Good again. Throws the dart, gets the bullseye. Daniel Rico with 8. Rico broke the defense in transition, and Sales bats it away. The denial. Keyshawn Hall keeps it alive, flings it over to an open court. The steal from Columbia, but then it's taken right back by the Falcons. And here's a foul away from the ball as Tay was open in the corner, and I think Marcus Sales just picked up his second with a small push away. This is the big denial from Marcus Sales. See him go straight up and down, throw it out. And then Daniel Rico's three. He knew that was going in before it even hit the apex of the shot. Johnson back underneath, too strong again. Dane Johnson still kept to 2 points through 25 minutes. Chang driving, floating, little contact low on the body, and Jordan Worthy has the putback for the Claim Jumpers. Jordan Hess doing some work with the handles. He got past Chang, but Rico is right there on the secondary. Little push off for Tay. Tay mid-range finally gets a bounce. That's Tay's first points of the game, too. Rico nearly had another wide open three look, but Javon Robinson was able to get there in time. Nunez goes inside with a strong penetration. A little help from Worthy, blocking out an extra defensive player, and Kobe Nunez getting some points there for Columbia Claim Jumpers. Dane Johnson lost the pass from Tay. Here's the takeaway. Chang up to Nunez, a little overthrown. And most of the turnovers from Columbia have come from that transition offense, throwing the ball deep down court, but Chang with a good find there, splitting those defensive players. It was 32-29 at the half, and through 6 minutes, Folsom Lake has been held to 2, and that was from Tay. Hess will add another 3 with that being said, and that's Hess's first points here. Hess had 9 points yesterday, all from 3, and Tay will get a wide open lane for the deuce. Chang, another 3. Good! Got it again. Caleb Chang with 19 points. Plenty of game time to go, and Caleb Chang has been dominating offensively. And here's another foul that will go on Jordan Worthy. Excuse me, they placed that on Daniel Rico, and that's number 2. Here it is underneath. Did come around with that left arm, slapped the chest, and a free throw goes down for Allen Davis Jr. He's a 31% free throw shooter. Goes to the line for 3 free throws per game. He will go 2 for 2. Harris to Chang. Chang 3. Battles its way out there, and Kai Jordan nearly able to poke it out of Burns. With a strong pull down of a rebound for Burns. Keeps it alive for Folsom Lake. Has his open in the corner. Caleb Chang gets there to avoid another 3-point make for the Falcons. Backing down against Worthy is Davis Jr. And Worthy is going to pick up a foul. Saw that right arm come down at the last second, push right back up. So Davis Jr. back at the free throw line again. This time he misses for the 3-point play. Harris bounce pass to Chang, an open Tuttle for 3. Yes! Parker Tuttle, his first 3 of the game. He's been attempting it all day, and finally it's able to drop. Parker Tuttle was 1 of 7 from 3 yesterday, all on open looks. He didn't have to force anything. Today he's in the similar boat. This is Columbia ball, last touched by Tayan Indelacio. There's the Tuttle 3. It's good to see him back in rhythm. He had a great game against American River last week. Yesterday a little slow, and today slow as well. Just have to find that rhythm. And here's Chang. He's fouled on the shot, and that's 3 free throws for Caleb Chang. One of the only times Caleb Chang misses a 3, he did get fouled. He was inbounding the pass, right back to him, and then bumped on the body by Davis Jr. That's his second foul, and Caleb Chang, he missed 1 free throw earlier. But now 3 from the free throw line as he hits the 20 mark. Caleb Chang will go 3 of 3 this time at the free throw line, which gives him a total of 22 points. 7.5 minutes ago, it was 32-29 coming out of the half, and now it is 57-40. Columbia has only allowed 11 points. And there's a bank for number 5, Frankie Muhammad, who only had 3 yesterday. 25 points scored in 8 minutes for Columbia. And why not? Jordan Worthy underneath. Keandre Burns slapped that one out. Muhammad driving on Jordan. Throws that one into the garbage. It's going to be Columbia ball. Folsom Lake coach saying, you're going to get fouled and it's not going to get called. Play through the contact. Just keep playing the game of basketball. Whether you get fouled or not, you need to attempt the best shot possible. Here's Chang. And he misses another 3 on the day. Marcus Sales back in the game for Jordan Worthy. And a foul on Kai Jordan, trying to keep the hands to himself, but it looks like he got caught on the wrist of Jordan Hess. Hess against Jordan again on the left wing. He has 10 to shoot. Now Chang picks him up. Corner, baseline drive against Harris. Harris, another rejection. 3 blocks for number 3, Arion Harris, protecting his paint. Here he is on the baseline, coming over, going straight up and down, batting away. Here's the pass up to Arion Harris, and the two-handed jam. The daily dose of iron for the sophomore guard, Arion Harris, controlling this game. 59-43, the Claim Jumpers dominating the second half after only being up by 3 at the end of the first. And here's a foul on the rebound. And this goes on Marcus Sales of Columbia. That is foul number 3, and here is the replay. Taking flight, 2 hands for safety. From the corner, the drive inside, Sales thought about taking the charge, but a little too late. Avoided contact and avoided the foul. as Michael Javon Robinson earns his 7th and 8th points of the game. Tuttle, another 3 missed. Sales poked out, and Columbia ball. Sales gesturing towards the official, saying he grabbed my wrist, call the foul, but Columbia will just have to inbound. Tuttle in the paint, asking for it. Chang gives it to Harris instead. Here goes Jordan on Burns, connected on the wrist. And no foul called. Here will go Muhammad. Muhammad. Poke out by Tuttle, and Tuttle will pick up his 2nd foul. He's shocked by the foul call, especially because Columbia wasn't getting anything on the other side offensively. Columbia 7 fouls under their belt in the second half through 10 minutes. But Folsom Lake has kept their hands to themselves for the most part and only gained 2 fouls. First shot of the 1-and-1 won't go, so that ends that. Keyshawn Hall telling Chang to come across. He's wide open. Finally, Folsom Lake catching on. Down low, Worthy against Burns. Burns with a free shot, good from 10 feet out. Hess double team, gets out of it. Fakes one way, goes the other. Worthy straight up and down again. Another great defensive stop. Columbia has done a great job avoiding fouls down low in the paint, making sure they go straight up and down, not jumping before the player goes. And Harris knocks down a 3. Arion Harris, 10 points, multiple blocks. 64-45, 19 points separate Columbia and Folsom Lake. Kobe Nunez will go in for Parker Tuttle. They gave him the space, puts the effort in. Harris gets the 3. Here's the corner trying to answer. Finds nothing but air, puts some PSI back in that ball. And here goes Keyshawn Hall, driving baseline, kick back out. Harris, the give to Hall. Hall, 3, no. Nunez will still go with the full court press. Coach Hoyt saying, where's the rest of the team? If Nunez is down there playing full court, everyone else has to too. Hess, 3, looks good, is good. Jordan Hess knocks down the 3. He has 6 points. Harris wrapping down the lane. Jordan Worthy, the cleanup and a little contact from behind. Allen Davis Jr. was there on the defense, but Jordan Worthy working through it, putting it up with a strong body. Here's that full court press now, but Hess was able to break Harris quite easily. Three from the corner for Frankie Muhammad. He's hit 2 threes. Now Columbia just sticking with the plug-and-play offense. Harris loses this. Muhammad in control against Chang, floats it up. With a little bit of magic, Muhammad able to fly that one up, and a good spin off the backboard for 2. 66-53. It was a 19-point game at one point, but now it's back down to 13. Chang driving, floating up to Worthy, and lost control at level 9. The ball got off on a stop early, and Jordan Worthy couldn't finish. Allen Davis Jr. wide off from 3 feet out. Jordan Worthy putting that hand in his face, keeping him from seeing the backboard. And Keyshawn Hall from east to west all the way down, and a dish down low. Lead is back up to 15 for Columbia with 6 to play. 10 to shoot for Folsom Lake. Hess off the side, and a foul down low by Caleb Chang. Chang did stop the ball from going through, but he did pick up the foul at the same time. As we see that replay from Keyshawn Hall with the shifty move. How many times have we seen the claim jumpers attack 3 different defenders all at once and still come away with a basket? Another missed free throw. They leave Kobe Nunez down on the side. A little bump from Muhammad. No foul, and Nunez got 2 more. 70-53. Folsom Lake trying to make a comeback, but you can't leave guys open like that on a fast break. Muhammad, 3. Too strong. Coming from behind is Keyshawn Hall. He got away with it perfectly until the ball went outside of his grasp and towards the baseline. Kobe Nunez on this play. You see that little bit of contact as Nunez was wrapping around. It's almost guaranteed if that player tries sticking their hand in there and poking the ball out, and you still have possession afterwards, it's most likely going to be a foul. But Nunez making sure he got through and finished at the rack. And there was Allen Davis Jr. again. 12 points, but a little late scoring here. Rico, 3. Oh my goodness, Daniel Rico. 11 total points, and that makes it 41 points through 15 minutes in the second half, when Columbia only had 32 at the end of the first. Muhammad from 15, blocked again by Marcus Sales. And it looks like a quick timeout called by the officials to get an injured player off the court. Parker Tuttle coming up slightly limping. Claim jumpers had a good window down the court, but you see Tuttle down there off the wing, possibly knees colliding. Looks like a possible another technical foul. This time it's on Parker Tuttle, who just had to exit the game because of the injury. So now Jordan Hess, who's on the court, will shoot free throws for that technical foul. Hess will go 1 of 2 on the technical free throws, and assume Folsom Lake will get the ball again too. But Folsom Lake wants to talk about it first. It's 73-56. A strong, good second half for the Claim Jumpers.
Works, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Folsom Lake called the timeout after another technical foul is assessed. This time it was on Parker Tuttle, who had to exit the game due to a apparent knee injury. And I guess this time Columbia gets to keep the ball after the technical foul, unlike last time. So Columbia gets this one back. And here is Kai Jordan. Just under 5 to play in the second half. Brennan White goes up, and a lot of contact between Burns, White, and number 32, Tariq Ali. See Brennan White, he drove all the way around. A lot there. So Brennan White at the free throw line. Tariq Ali, the freshman forward, fresh into the game. This is only his second game that he's been able to have some minutes. Picking up that foul in mere seconds of entering. Daniel Rico calls out for the full court press. Jordan Hess able to move quickly, a lot of speed. And it's not him who's giving it up. It is Javon Robinson who gave the ball up and allowed the turnover. Brennan White, baseline against a mismatch. Tried giving it underneath. They got it there eventually. Sales fouled again. He has 2 more free throws with the foul on Burns, who picks up number 4. See Burns' left arm come down a little bit, swipe across the arms of Marcus Sales. Number 1 is good, 76-56. And now the largest lead of the game. 20 in favor of Columbia. And it'll stay there as Sales can't connect on number 2. Ali working on White. He got around 1, and the foul on Brennan White. That is foul number 2. Trying to come from behind, swat at Ali's attempt at a basket. Little help from the crowd makes Ali miss his first attempt. He will go 0 of 2. Enrico looking down. Nunez was available, but Jordan Hess was close enough to avoid the long pass. Brennan White on Burns again. Finishes, and the foul. Set him to the free throw line for one more. Brennan White, a strong attack. And Keandre Burns fouls out with number 5. Dane Johnson comes back in for Folsom Lake. We haven't seen him in quite a while after being stopped with only 2 points through 25 minutes played. He's finally back out. What a steal there. Allen Davis Jr. brought the ball back down for a rebound, but didn't see Brennan White from behind. They don't stop. Brennan White underneath. Caught with a travel. Looked like and sounded like a lot of skin-to-skin contact between Tay and White as he was reaching in to poke that ball away. Brennan White gets it again. Says it's Columbia ball, but Tariq Ali will force it off White out of bounds. Johnson backing down and finally getting basket number 2 of the day. Finally worked on Jordan Worthy and got something. Entering the game is Elijah Yee and Ahmad Jeffries for Columbia. The final 3 minutes. Yee moves back out to Jordan. Ball poked away by Tay. And here's a fast break for the Folsom Lake Falcons. Tayand. Moving around, Worthy, another stop. Johnson put back, good. Jeffries, top of the arc, driving to the rack. Dane Johnson not going to get there in time. Ahmad Jeffries puts down 2 and the foul on Tariq Ali. The 20-point lead back on the board, and Ahmad Jeffries wrapping around Tariq, fouled from behind. An unfazed 3-point play for Ahmad Jeffries coming up. Tan driving, kicking, deep 2 ball, way over. Worthy rebound, and Elijah Yee's the only one who doesn't have points for the Claim Jumpers out of the players who've been on the court. Brennan White finds Ahmad Jeffries on the outside after the rebound. Kick to Jeffries. Jeffries 3, short. Tayand driving, floating off the backboard, top corner of the box. And now the final minute. Claim Jumpers will extend their winning streak to 4 straight games and go up to 6-1 on the season. Backdoor pass, White against Johnson, bounces off the head. Johnson gets a block. Worthy back with it. Worthy out to Kai Jordan. It will set up Yee. Jordan back underneath, a lot of contact and more free throws for the Claim Jumpers. Columbia has been sent to the line too many times tonight for Folsom Lake's liking. Columbia was 8 of 14 in the first half. And here is Jordan Worthy. 80% free throw shooter, knocking down number 1. Misses number 2, but Jordan Worthy in the first half had nothing to show for his minutes of play, but in the second half, 7 points is what he has added to the total of 82. Folsom Lake, 3-ball, knocks it through. That was Tyson Hazel. And now Columbia. The shot clock turned off, just needs to avoid the turnover. Yee picked it up. Ahmad Jeffries has to get past, and I think Kai Jordan calls the timeout to avoid that turnover, so I think it just dribble it out. When we come back, the Claim Jumpers facing another victory.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and booking,
Folsom Lake doesn't want to give up quite yet. Makai Jordan handles it out, and that does it. The Claim Jumpers 2-0, a perfect record in the 2022 Columbia Classic. Folsom Lake taking another devastating loss. Yesterday it was 74-71 against West Hills Coalinga, but today Columbia College Claim Jumpers back on another winning streak, 4 straight for them. December 9th will be their next home game. You can join us here as they face Shasta College. Join us on NorCal Sports TV or come to the Oak Pavilion for some great December basketball. For Dion I and the rest of our NorCal Sports TV crew, I'm Levi Flores. See you next time from the Oak Pavilion.